Ranking Taylor Swift's music videos from 2019 to 2025 is incredibly difficult, primarily because the range is so massive. On one hand, you have Cardigan, which is quite simply one of the greatest music videos made in the last decade. On the opposite end, you have I Can See You, a video that frankly belongs locked away in a vault. Today, I am going to review this entire era chronologically. I will give you my honest score for each, explain exactly why, and reveal my full tier list at the end. Some of these takes will make people unhappy, but this wild swing in quality is not an accident. It is the direct result of a specific structural change in how her art is produced. To evaluate these videos fairly, you have to look at the self-directing arrangement that began with the Lover era. After losing her masters and spending years feeling like others controlled her work, taking the director's chair makes complete sense. It is an act of artistic reclamation. If you look back at her earlier albums, each era has a completely different aesthetic. Different creative minds and directors brought distinct visual languages to the table. But since 2019, the same creative voice drives the visuals, and recurring issues pop up. Frames become overcrowded, dialogue sequences fall flat, and marketing Easter eggs frequently override the actual storytelling. The answer isn't for her to step away from the camera. The answer is to bring in a strong co-director who challenges the choices, merging her vision with an external filter. Starting in 2019 with Me, the color palette is exhausting and chaotic. But to be fair, it perfectly matches the loud, chaotic energy of the track itself. The song relies on a bright, over-the-top collaboration, and the video leans entirely into that direction. It is messy, but honest about what it is trying to do. You Need to Calm Down attempts a major cultural moment, but the execution misses the mark. The trailer park setting feels slightly condescending, and the celebrity cameos play out more like a roll call than a coherent visual argument. Then you get the Lover music video. It gets unfairly grouped with the chaos of that era, but it is wonderfully restrained, using elegant color blocking to build a beautiful visual metaphor. The Man takes one of her most potent songs and squanders it on a low-stakes comedy sketch. Instead of sharp critique, it relies heavily on aggressive Easter eggs. This initial 2019 run proved she had massive visual ambition, but it also proved that without an editorial filter, unchecked enthusiasm can quickly derail a video's core message. Cardigan is a genuine artistic masterpiece. The visual coding is incredibly precise, showing Taylor at her most artistically confident and restrained simultaneously. Willow captures a lovely, wintry witch energy. It is a great execution of a concept that only suffers because it's constantly forced to live in Cardigan's shadow. The all-too-well 10-minute short film nails the specific emotional reality of the song. The late-night arguments and dinner party scenes feel lived in, even if the ending epilogue slightly deflates the climax. I Bet You Think About Me is a brilliant pivot. Handing the camera to an external director brought a sense of pure, colorful entertainment back to the screen. When the narrative sticks to a tight emotional concept, or when an external director is in the room, the visuals transcend product marketing and become genuine cinema. Anti-Hero gets the job done. It's a competent return to pop aesthetics, though the dialogue sequences still stumble. Bejeweled, however, is entirely different. It is an inexplicable commercial engineered specifically to sell the next product release. Because the focus is heavily on future Easter eggs, the video lacks a core narrative. The cameos offer no logical storytelling purpose. Contrast that directly with Lavender Haze. The dreamscape imagery and intimate bedroom scenes perfectly match the emotional weight of the song. It is the most artistic video of its era. Karma introduces a confusing mess of concepts. The CGI choices are questionable, and the featured artist integration feels disconnected from the rest of the visual themes. I Can See You commits the fatal error of turning the artist into a supporting character in her own narrative, and Fortnite takes what should have been 4 different music videos and mashes their best ideas into one disjointed sequence. This recent stretch highlights the danger of the self-directing echo chamber. Without strong pushback, product commercials successfully disguise themselves as art. The response to the Opalite video was incredibly harsh. It became a lightning rod for peak fan fatigue over visual clutter. But there is genuine joy in its early scenes. If it had been released in 2018 instead of 2025, the reception would have been significantly warmer. The Fate of Ophelia is a stunning showcase of styling and aesthetic execution. It just lacks the emotional rescue narrative that actually drives the song. These late-era videos prove she has mastered the art of the aesthetic vibe check. It's the core storytelling that still wanders off track. This tier list maps out the final visual hierarchy. The S, A, and B rows establish a clear benchmark, isolating a singular masterpiece at the top. The lower tiers hold the cluttered marketing exercises, trapping the lowest-ranked video where it belongs, isolated at the very bottom. I know the Opalite placement will cause friction. Drop into the comments and tell me where you disagree, because art made without a collaborative filter will always provoke the fiercest arguments. I will see you in the next one.